Hey everybody. Welcome to Wednesday in my series that is, sorry, this thing is poking up at me and I just don't want to see it. Okay, I had to fix that. So Oils with me, A to Z. Today is all about Birch. So Birch is a really special oil. It's so special actually that it's only available one time a year and you only can get it for free if you go to convention and buy a convention kit. So this is included in the convention kit every year. I have two of these and one of them is locked away. The other one I can use. But it's a very, very special oil. So I'll tell you a little bit about it first. So it's native to Canada and the United States. The birch trees can grow up to 75 feet. And what happens, why this is such a seasonal oil and so rare, is that no trees are damaged in the harvesting of the essential oil. What happens is the bark naturally falls off the tree and the bark is then collected and steam distilled and these little bottles get filled. So the active ingredient in birch is methyl salicylate, and that's the same active ingredient that's in wintergreen. So it has a very wintergreeny kind of root beery kind of smell actually. So they can make birch beer out of birch. And my favorite thing to do is to actually diffuse this with Citrus Bliss, and it just smells like root beer goodness. It's so good. But specifically, therapeutically, this is really good for joint pain, any kind of knee pain, muscle aches, anytime you're feeling like maybe just deep blue isn't cutting it. Not a bad idea to layer the two and to use a carrier oil. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a child-proof cap. That's because this oil and wintergreen are very, very potent. You do not want kids to get into this and perhaps ingest it. It's just incredibly potent, and that would not be good. So what you want to do is dilute it with some carrier oil, or what I like to do is to put it in my hand with a blob of deep blue rub, and I rub that wherever my joints are needing some love. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read from you from two different apps that I just recently completely fell in love with. So the first one is called EOE Books, Essentials of the Earth Books. I think it's available for Android and iPhone, and I think it's something like $7.99. So this has completely replaced my big, fat, beautiful coffee table book. Now that sits on my coffee table, and I take this with me because it weighs nothing. So, and it's awesome. So I'm going to click right here where it says oils, and then I'm going to click on Birch. And what it says, the Birch does, is it's an analgesic, means it supports your pain management, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, antispasmodic, which is great for any time you have like muscle cramps, disinfectant, diuretic, stimulant, and sedative. So it addresses arthritis, bone spurs, cramps, diuretic, eczema, gout, hypertension, joint pain, muscle pain, psoriasis, and it's a skin toner, and it's good for tendinitis. So methyl salicylate is the chemical compound that's responsible for all of those incredible therapeutic benefits of this oil. And anyway, it's fantastic. Like I said, it's really rare, but it smells delicious. Now I'm going to go to my second favorite app, which is actually, it's not an app, it's on my Kindle. So it is the Essential Oils and Emotions book. And I'll show you what the cover looks like in case you want to snag this. Of course, you have to wait for a second because I think my internet's kind of slow. There we go. So this is what that looks like. You can ignore my hair tie in the middle of it. So this is Emotions and Essential Oils. And I don't know if you know, but every essential oil not only has physical benefits, but it also has mental and emotional benefits. And that's because your olfactory system is directly linked to your limbic system in your brain, the seat of your emotions, where your amygdala is, and your hypothalamus. And So it's all tied together, and it all comes together inside your brain from your olfactory system. So let's look up birch. Birch, birch, birch. Birch is the oil of support. So what I'm going to do is just read a little bit of what this says. And okay, so here we go. Birch offers support to the unsupported. When a person is feeling attacked or unsupported in life, this oil offers courage to move forward alone. That's pretty serious. I'm going to take a sip of water. It helps individuals ground within their own center to find their inner source of support and strength. Learning to be flexible is important, but so is gaining a strong backbone. Birch offers support to the weak-willed to stand firm and tall in what they believe, especially in situations where one is at risk of being rejected. If they choose a different way, rejected if they choose a different way. Birch lends its spirit of endurance to help individuals face trials of adversity so that they may weather storms with the strength and conviction of a tree. That's so cool. So that's not the end of it. I'm not going to read the next two, but I'll tell you the negative emotions that birch dispels are unsupported, alienated, fearful, weak-willed, overly flexible. I can be guilty of that. And rejecting help. I can also be really guilty of that. So positive properties that it helps helps you feel supported, firm, resolute, strengthened, grounded, connected, and receiving. Goes really well with cedarwood, Siberian fir, and coriander. So you can use this oil in two different ways. As you notice, I don't know if you notice this, but there's no little supplemental facts box on this oil bottle, so you cannot ingest birch. Even though it smells like heavenly root beer, you don't ingest it, okay? So you can use it aromatically, so right just from the bottle, or you can place it in a diffuser, like I said. I'd love it with Citrus Bliss. Or you can use it topically, and that's where it's really a heavy hitter, is when you apply it topically, specifically on any kind of bone issue, joint issue, muscle issue, anything in your skeletal system. Birch is the way to go. So like I said, you can really only get it if you go to convention, buy a convention kit. This comes inside your kit. You can't even buy it for money. So it's pretty rare. It's pretty awesome. And if you guys can get your hands on some of this coming year, you should definitely do so. All right, have a good Wednesday, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.